Hello, hello, my crafty friends, and welcome to Melissa's Crafting Treehouse. I'm so glad you're joining in. I have some fun tonight. I'm going to be making a project that's inspired by a color scheme from Designer Series paper. So we're really going to be talking about design, how I came up with it, and how to use designer paper to inspire your projects. So it's a great resource for us and definitely a worthy topic to talk about. So I'm not actually using any Designer Series paper in my project. I'm just using it as inspiration. So stay tuned for more soon. So I'm going to be using a variety of products. I'll show you when I get them on camera. The Petal Park bundle is one of them, one of the celebration sets. So yeah, lots of fun. So a little update, what's going on. So hi, Megan. So glad to see people joining in. And let's see if I can, I'm going to have to check my computer to see if I can see comments better. I can't see them very well on my phone these days. It's too small. Anyway, I see people are joining in, which is awesome. All right. So in case you don't know, celebration is going on right now. It's the best time to shop, to host, and to join. And there's only 12 days left. So it ends on February 28th. And all the details are on the Stampin' Up website. You can check it out there if you're not aware of it or familiar with it. But the most notable thing at this point is that it is the best starter kit deal ever. I've ever seen. I've been a demonstrator for 19 years. I've never seen one that's more generous. So you can either spend $99 and get $175 a product. Oh my gosh, that's so cool. Plus you get a free paper pumpkin kit and all kinds of perks and benefits from being a demonstrator. Let's see, yeah, tons of benefits. So you get a free Maker's Mojo Creative Escape. Your first one is for free. You can earn the other ones, after that. Let's see what else. Free classes for me, tutorial bundles free for me. So just, it's, the best starter kit deal you can get. Now, the other thing to keep in mind is, lost my train of thought there. I don't know what the other thing was. I'll think of it. There's always so many things going on in my head. All right, so there's that. And let's see what else. I got a couple things in my newsletter that I mentioned. I'm going to face my camera down and I'm going to talk a little bit about those. But I'm super excited to share today's project with you. If you didn't hear me say at the beginning, it's a project inspired by Designer Series paper, but doesn't use Designer Series paper. So we're going to sort of be talking a little bit about design. All right, let's go ahead and turn the camera around. Now, I'm going to just tell you that when I face the camera, when I flip the camera, you're going to see some cards on the screen. They're some of my latest creations. One of them is a club project. Another one is my Simple Sweet Stampers tutorial bundle project. My Color Fusers blog hub project, and then there's a couple others that you might have seen on Instagram or whatever, and one that I haven't shown anywhere. So it's just a little sneak peek fun for you guys to check them out. So here we go. Just flip it around. You're going to get a quick look, and then I'm going to face the camera down. All right, so there are my little sneak peeks. Those are some of my versions of my club project, the February club project. All right. Now, one of the things that I have been meaning to talk about, I'll just say this, that I have managed two clubs, one technique club and one regular online stamp club. And I have decided, and I have not really shared this widely, so I'm going to just say it here. I have decided to take a break from my technique classes. They're a ton of work. It's a deep dive into a technique, kind of trying to streamline what I do. So anybody that's interested in benefits of a club type format, I have my online stamp club, which I'm kind of merging a little bit conceptually with the technique class. It will require a smaller purchase amount. So instead of 75, it's just 55, and you get materials to make 6 cards to each of 3 designs. So I'll be talking more about that in time. Now, the other thing in my newsletter was I have put in an interest survey link, and there will be a link in the video description today because I'm trying to just gather ideas of the kinds of things that you might like to do. And if you fill out the survey by March 2nd, so that's 2 weeks from tonight, it will actually be my next Facebook Live night, you'll get entered in drawing for a free club class that includes the kits, the 6 projects, a PDF tutorial, and a video tutorial. So you can get a glimpse of what my club format is all about. So All right, so those are the basic high level topics for today. So as you know, there are some new, or you may know, there are new, sneak peek. I'm going to cover that up. That's our project for today. So there are some new things you can pick for celebrations. So there's a bunch in the little catalog, the little brochure that you may have seen. But these are new things, some of which are in the annual catalog. Let's see. Oh no, that's the old one. Okay. Let me see. I just got to grab my celebration brochure. It's up here somewhere. There we go. There we go. So there's the celebration brochure. Lots of goodies in there, but now we have more to pick from. And one of them is the Enjoy the Journey Designer Series paper, which is actually the designer paper that inspired today's project. So let's take a look at that paper. It is gorgeous paper. I haven't actually created anything with the paper itself, but today I'm, of course, being inspired by the colors. So the colors in my project today are these ones. So there are 8 colors in this designer series paper. Mango Melody, Melon Mambo, Polished Pink, which is retiring as of May 1st. Yes. Pumpkin Pie, and Coastal Cabana. So this is my color scheme. Now there are 3 other colors in the paper: Garden Green, Highland Heather, and Starry Sky. And just a quick look at the papers in case you haven't seen them. I think they're gorgeous. So this is an item you can pick for free during celebration. Now, I do want to also mention that part of the reason why I'm doing this topic tonight is because I have a challenge every month in my Treehouse Chicks team Facebook group where I pick a theme and then people create projects, and they get, for every project that they share, they get entered into a drawing for what I call Chicks Bucks. So it's one of the benefits that I give to my team members, and people can accumulate Chicks Bucks to redeem for free product from me. So, and it really is unlimited, and people get Chicks Bucks. They can earn Chicks Bucks for the projects that they share, when they promote, when they sell at certain levels, and that kind of thing. So I think I had somebody cash in $180 of Chicks Bucks last year. So pretty incredible, depending on, how much you participate. So now people have been sort of struggling with the theme. So it's a color challenge, right? But I think people don't quite, it's just hard to wrap your brain around. So that's part of why I wanted to do the focus of the project today. So now I could have picked any one of these colors for the color challenge that I'm doing with my group. You don't have to do all 8. You don't have to do even 5. You could do 3, you could do 2, whatever you want. So the idea is just find inspiration in a designer series paper for a project. And you can use the designer paper if you want, but you don't have to. All right, so that's the basics of the challenge for today. So let's put these aside. Let's take a closer look at the project I'm making today. So this is my adorable project. Uses the one of the celebration stamps sets, and that one's called Adorable Owls. This is the first thing I've created with this set, and it's so cute. Is it not cute? Comment and let me know if you like this set. I had to play with this before it's gone, and I haven't managed to play with it so far. Now, the other stamp set I'm using, and actually bundle, is the Petal Park stamp set, and the coordinating punch. I love bundles that have punches. So convenient. And I do also want to tell you that this project was inspired by my Color Fusers Blog Hop project from earlier this month. So here are my 2 cards. This is the one I made for my Blog Hop. This is the one I remade for this project tonight. So now the color scheme here is Pale Papaya, Balmy Blue, and Calypso Coral. I've got this really cute little element right in there with some specialty paper in there. It's a little hard to see, but adorable, I think. And when I was thinking about this color challenge, I thought, wow, okay, I can envision a little owl stuck in there in the mix with some different colors. And anyway, so that's the genesis of this. Now this was an original design. I used this set of dies, and there's a pair I'll show you in a minute. So it was just really logical and easy to make, right? sort of thinking of a trellis and then the flowers and all the embellishments on there. There's a blog post for this project on my website if you want to check it out. So let's focus on this one and why I chose what I chose. All right, let's get some paper in here. And there we go. Let's look at that. I'm going to see if I can see any comments on Facebook because I'm not seeing any on my phone. Let's see if I can just do that quickly so I can be interacting with you guys, because that's really a fun part of doing these Facebook Lives, is saying hello to everybody and seeing your comments and what you think and all that good stuff. All right, let's see if I can find me. Okay, there I am. Yay, where are the comments? Oh, yay. Okay, so hi, Jolene. Hi, Elizabeth, MJ, Laura Lee. So glad to see you guys here. I don't know if other people have commented yet, but please do, and I will respond. Okay, so here's our project. We're going to start with doing some stamping. Now, this is a wonderful two-step stamping set, this one. All these images layer one over the other. I haven't even used these two, but these two lay over one another, and these flowers lay over one another, etc. The leaves, these ones, etc. It's just a wonderful two-step stamping set. If you don't like coloring in, this is like the cheap, quick, easy way to color in, two-step stamping. All right, so we're going to start with some basic stamping, and I am going to stamp on the inside of my card, and I'm going to stamp some to punch out. And for this one, we're going to pull in actually I want polished pink. This is the color that's retiring, one of the 2021-23 in colors. And I find the easiest way to use these two is to do the outline image first and then sort of color it in with the inside image. So I'm just going to go ahead and stamp some of these on here. Do the same thing on the corner of my inside piece. And I'm going to do it up in the upper corner as well. Now for the inside, I'm actually going to stamp off so I get a lighter tone of the color and just go right over the top. And it's pretty easy to see the outline as you stamp it. Comment if you have purchased this set, if you like it, if you want ideas for what to do with it. This is actually the theme, what is it called? Regency Park, the whole suite, including this bundle. There's a second bundle as well for the February Simple Sweet Stampers tutorial bundle. And great projects, so much fun. So if you want lots of new ideas, if you join my team, you get access to that tutorial bundle. If you purchase at any level from me during this month, you get access to that tutorial bundle. And if you're a team member, you get it every month, whatever the new tutorial bundle is. So it's a great perk. Okay, so this one's going to be the inside, so I'm going to leave that alone. For this one, I'm going to go ahead and punch it out. Just line it up. Now, you'll notice, we'll bring the card back in, that there are several colors of flowers on my project. So not just the polished pink. I did some in the Coastal Cabana and also some, actually, I should say, different combinations, and I'll have this information on my website as well. So I did some that were, I think this one was pumpkin pie outline with the Mango Melody full ink on the inside. I think that one was pumpkin pie on the outside with stamped off Mango Melody on the inside. And then I did the same kind of different combinations with Mango Melody and polished pink, where I either used them stamped off. I think that one was Mango Melody with stamped off Mango Melody, you know, so on. So the card base is polished pink. So I mixed up all the colors, and I'll do a little color chart in the blog post for this project. All right, so I stamped and punched out a whole bunch of flowers, right? And then I just started playing with them. So I'm not going to do a whole set now. I'm going to use what I've already punched out and created. let's see if anybody's, let's see. Elizabeth, you're from Atlanta. Melissa from, where is Kuka Lake? I don't know where that is. And then Ohio. How fun. So glad to see you guys commenting. All right. So next I'm going to grab my adorable owls. Now I've stamped this in Memento ink on a stitched circle, and the stitched circle is from the Stylish Shapes dies. Love these dies, use them all the time. Some of them are missing because they're set aside for using for a project that I'm preparing for, the Easter Bunny class. All right, let's do some coloring. So I've got some colors here. Now, I do not have a Coastal Cabana Blends alcohol marker. I don't even know if we have it, but I do have a marker, and I don't necessarily need to do any blending for this. So I'm just going to do the pupil, or not the pupil, the iris, I guess, with the Coastal Cabana. And this is so tiny, and hopefully I can stay in the lines from far away. So now you saw the color scheme of this paper earlier. I showed it. Now my go-to would have been this combination, the blues and the purples and the green. I love that combination. Really wanted to stretch myself, which is why I'm doing this combination here. All right, so let's grab my crumb cake, and I've got pumpkin pie. Now I'm just doing little touches of the pumpkin pie for the beak and the feet. I'm going to leave a little bit of room for some light pumpkin pie. The bottom of the mouth is going to be the light pumpkin pie, and then the feet. All right, now the rest we're going to do in crumb cake, and I'm going to do some broad brush coloring with the light crumb cake and the big end, just to get some quick coverage on here. I'm just realizing that when I went live 2 weeks ago, I also did coloring. You guys might remember that project. Adorable, adorable little project with the Easter Bunny and the Dainty Flowers Designer Series paper. I was thinking that owl could be pretty cute somewhere in there too, one of the standing owls. That was last week's, or 2 weeks ago. All right, so I got my light, and I'm going to do her belly light. I'm thinking it's a girl because, you know, the kind of the eyelashes. Could be anything you want. Okay, let's just do a little bit of light towards the center on these. I'm really just going to come in with the dark in these other areas, but get a little light in there to start with. Okay, now I got the dark crumb cake, and it's quite a bit darker. Leaving a little bit in the center for a bit of lightness. Isn't coloring kind of a little meditative? I think it is. Kind of get lost. Part of the fun of it, right? Adult coloring. All right. Now I'm coming back in with the light crumb cake, and I'm going to do some blending. And where the colors meet. Fill in where I didn't have any of the dark. Darken that up a little bit so that it blends a little. And I need to get some of the edges that I missed. Okay. Okay. And next I'm going to bring in my color lifter. Isn't that little owl so cute? So cute. I'm not even finished yet. It's so cute. Who else likes this little owl? I see you guys are chatting. Somebody's talking about a beautiful area, beautiful place. Now I want to know what it is, but I'm glad you guys are chatting. Okay. So I would also love to know if you guys ever use designer paper in the way that I'm using it today. Okay, I think I got all of my coloring done. I think I might just need just a little bit of dark on the ear. Oh, now I gotta blend it. Kind of thing you can keep going back to and playing with. All right, we'll just leave it at that. So there is my little owl. So let's bring some of this, all these pieces together. So I've got my polished pink card body, and you guys are gonna laugh. I had to mark the front because I was snacking on something and got fingerprints on the inside. So I knew I needed to cover that. It either needed to be the front or it needed to be the inside. So, yeah. That's what I get for eating while I'm crafting, right? Who else does that happen to? Like, maybe everybody? Okay, so there's my inside, my pretty polished pink. Okay, now I have die cut my piece from the split card textures dies. For this one, I've obviously used this pattern here. And for the original one that I did for Color Fusers, I used this one here. Now you might notice that I didn't punch out all the pieces, the little black pieces. I thought that kind of added some interest, so I left them in there. And I'm going to do the same thing with this one I'm going to use on this card. So let's grab the piece that I prepared. So I've got one of these. Notice I've got all the pieces in there. And what I did before I went live is I put adhesive on the back side, my white glue trick, right? Put it all on the back side, and I did it in such a way that it would straddle all these spots where I left the pieces in, so that they would stay in when I attached the whole thing and tacked down. So I've got a piece of Coastal Cabana cardstock, and I'm just going to leave that face up. I guess I should put it in the direction it's going to be. I've got adhesive on the back side, so this is covered, but what I'm going to do here is just place it face down so I know that it's completely covered behind the black, and just press it down. And there's my front. I love this kind of simple trellisy kind of look. So there's that. And I'm going to leave that in here for now. Now, let's start working on putting some of our pieces together. So I'm going to kind of lay them all out and decide what I want to do. So this is what I did when I was creating my original version. And of course, I don't have this, probably, where did my blue ones go that I just did? Oh no, I didn't do blue ones. I did pink ones. Okay, so I probably don't have enough of those ones to do it this way. Okay, I'm just thinking out loud here. Okay, so I would just lay the pieces out kind of how I want them. Grab one of my blue pieces. I want kind of one of each color in each spot. You can see here, this one was pumpkin pie outline with the inside is, I think it was Stamped Off Mango Melody. I made notes about this so that I would remember for later. But I'm just going to play around with using all these fun punched pieces however I feel so inclined. So I'm going to kind of just lay them around, doing one of each color. And I don't have enough blue ones here, but I want to show you what I did. So I get my position out just the way I want it. Do you recognize what that is? Why do I have that little piece there? Well, that is my favorite new tool, press and seal. So I laid all my flowers out to try to get them in just the right position. And I did this with a couple of other ones already. And then pressed it down onto it. So I placed them where I wanted, took my press and seal, and just simply put the press and seal over the top so I would know exactly where I wanted them all, so I wouldn't have to rearrange them or labor too much over it. And then I did the same thing with the ones that I wanted on the top. Now, this one fell off, but it goes somewhere up in here, I think. Or maybe it was down in here. So I kind of just get the position now I want them. Now, you might also notice that on my first card, I only used 3 flowers in the top and the bottom. But I wanted to experiment with doing more. So I either want 3 together or I want 5 together. 5 is kind of a lot. So we're going to try to do 5 on this new version just to see how it works. You can see I've arranged these ones just like that. And I want to just get the exact position where I want them. Now, the 2 that overlap my little owl need to have dimensionals behind them because I'm going to put dimensionals behind the owl. So I'm just going to go ahead and turn those over. Grab my paper piercing tool and my mini dimensionals. And now I have to remember what I was looking at. Yes, it's those 2. Turn it over and you get all backwards. Okay, there's that. And I want to do a mix of some raised up and some flat down. So I'm going to do this one raised up and these 2 flat down. So those 2 big ones are going to get glue dots. I have no more on that. Here's some more glue dots. Can't ever have enough glue dots. Okay, and then this last one right there is going to need a small, like a half of a dimensional, so that it can fit on what's exposed there. I might have to put another one on the rest of it in a bit. Okay, so I've also kind of made myself some pencil marks there. Cheated a little bit, so I knew where I wanted it. Okay, so now we're just going to take the backings off of the dimensionals. Now, if you decide you want to use press and seal, one word of caution is that it's actually pretty sticky and it can pull up some of the cardstock if you're not careful. So what I recommend is take the press and seal, rub it against your, actually I need to put this up on dimensionals first. Rub it on your pants or take an embossing buddy and tap it against the press and seal a little bit to remove some of the stickiness. And that will help so that it doesn't stick too much and start pulling away the paper. So that's kind of an important little detail there. Let's get this positioned here. All right. So now I've got that where I want it. Just going to go ahead and press that down. Wherever there's sticky, it's gonna stick. And then holding the press and seal so that you're pulling it in this fashion, so you're pulling it away. This one doesn't have the adhesive off the back, so that just came off. That's okay. So I'm just going to pull it gently here. So you can see some paper at one point came off of this piece. I've used this piece multiple times, so it's that helps it to lose some of its stickiness as well. All right, so now I've got the backing on this I can take off. And I'm just going to place that right there. So I've got some popped up and some flat, just to keep it interesting. All right, let's get this where I want it. Place these out. See where I want those. I think that piece is just gonna stick that in later when I figure out where I want it. And I'm just going to lay it down. I'm not going to press it because I want to know, I want to get a better idea of where I'm going to put things. Okay, so this one right here is going to be on dimensionals because it overlaps with my owl. That one has stamping on back. That one's going to be flat, so I'm going to put glue dots on that. And let's see what we got here. I think I'll do the pink one popped up. So I like to kind of just mix them up. I'll bring back that other card into the screen so you can see. It's going to be like that. And this one's going to have to get tucked in here. So this one probably needs to be on dimensionals also, because it's going to be on top of the owl. But I'm just going to put them at the top because some of it's not going to be on top of the owl piece. Okay. Okay, let's just press this one down here. Get it in place. And then we'll position these guys around it. That's... Okay, that one needs dimensionals too. A dimensional. So most of the ones on this one have dimensionals on them. Okay, let's take off our backings. You can see how this press and seal is just holding it all together for me. And I love that. I'm going to bring it a little closer than I had originally thought. There we go. I think that'll do. All right. And now carefully take off the press and seal. I don't know. There you go. So that's what we got. Lots of flowers on there. Okay, we got a sentiment to do as well. Move this all aside. Now my sentiment piece is made with the friend image in the Adorable Owls. I've just stamped it in black, basic black, on a piece of Coastal Cabana, and I punched the end. Now I've attached this to a handle, if you will, so that I can punch the other end because it's going to be too short to do it without a handle. So I need the extender, basically. And I'm just going to put it in here and punch this. Now I really like this punch. It's just got, it gives it a small little additional detail to the ends, but really understated. I like that. I like this end, let's see that better on camera, than this end, which is a little bit more chunky, but they each have their place. And this is going to have dimensionals on the back. Let's bring those in again. All right, home stretch. This has adhesive already on the back. So I'm going to go ahead and attach it to the front of the card body. So bright and colorful, right? Now, when I was designing this, I had it all together like this, and it's like, oh, crumb cake. The only place is on the owl. I need a little touch of crumb cake somewhere else. So, decided to grab my crumb cake baker's twine, and I'm just going to tie a double bow, if you will. So, just doubling it up. Tying a bow, and then I'm going to attach it with glue dots. Where are my tails? I need my pencils, don't I? Okay, I need my pencils. Getting confused what I have here. I'm going to trim this off too because it'll make it easier. Trim it off the roll. And cut it in half. So I've got 2 pieces. And then we'll do it again. See if I need my pencils. Did this without pencils earlier today. And if you don't know what I mean by that, I basically put the pencils in the ears of my bow to give me extra hands. So there's my little bow. And just gonna trim off the ends and use a glue dot to attach it to my card. So let's get these last few pieces in here. Find a little nook for my sentiment. It's a little bit more crowded because I got all those flowers in there. So I think I'm just gonna overlap the flowers just a bit right there. All right, my computer went on silent, so now I can't even see any comments. Somebody say something. I really want to see it in there on my phone. Gotta be with you guys. All right, so I'm just gonna tuck that right down there, just at the bottom of my friend. Okay, there we go. There's my finished project. So what do you think? Does this have too many flowers? It's a little crazy, right? Which one do you prefer? More flowers, less flowers? And which of the 2 dies do you prefer? The latticey one, or I don't even know what to call that one. Just a kind of different, interesting shape. But just fun and playful, right? So, super easy to redo this. Now, you might also notice I have embellishments on here. So let's get some embellishments on here. Just realized. Okay, so now what I used on this one were these pastel adhesive backed sequins. All 3 of these colors worked perfectly. You like the less flowers, Elizabeth? Yeah. It's a little bit much, isn't it? Had to try it though. So on this one, I used the blue, which is actually supposed to be balmy blue, but they're kind of iridescent, so they kind of take on a different look. So like that one looks a little bit more like Coastal Cabana. So that's what I did. I grabbed those. I grabbed the ones that looked more like Coastal Cabana and put them in the center. These pink ones, I think that's supposed to be petal pink, but I don't know. There are so many different hues of pink in there, and then the gold on the one that is the orangey. All right, so let's go ahead and put some embellishments on here. Now, the other thing I thought of was doing straight up of the iridescent pearls, which might be a nice, pretty, subtle alternative look, and I might just do that. Or black. I'm thinking the black might be a little too much, especially with all those flowers, but I did contemplate black also. Let's see what the pearls look like for an alternative. Let's see. Yeah. Okay. Let's just go ahead and do this and see what it looks like. I love these iridescent pearls. I think they're so pretty. It might be a little bit more of a subtle look to use these since I have so many flowers. So I'm using the big ones on the big flowers and the little ones on the little flowers. And I can see that I need to put an extra glue dot down there to hold this flower down. Oh, I like the little pearls. I think it's a really sweet little touch. I know. My owl is lost in the flowers, huh? I'm going with it. You can see I'm not changing this up. Just going with it. I love using lots of these embellishments. It's so fun. Maybe I need a few more down here in with my little owl. Let's see. Let's try one there. I'm not pressing it down. I'm not committing yet. Maybe it's too much. Too much. Going overboard. Just quit, Melissa. It's all good. Okay. And my little pink owl, my little pink flowers encroaching on my owl. All right, so that's what we're going with. I like the pearls as an alternative. It's so fun to add something different to each card and make it unique. So this one doesn't have an inside yet. It's naked, but my intention is to do basically that kind of thing. Now, the other thing I could do in here is use some of the extra flowers that I have sitting around, because I had a whole bunch of them, which, yeah, they're here somewhere. So I will do an inside for this one using those extra punched pieces. The punch pieces are so much quicker and easier than doing die cut pieces. So I think that'll add a nice element if I do it on the inside of this one. And there they are. Look at all my flowers. So many flowers. So much fun. And they were so fast to make also. And as I said, I did all kinds of different color sort of combinations of Stampin' Off and full inking and whatnot with these. So I will have a chart on my website when I post the blog post. So, alrighty. What else do we need to cover? So, if I didn't already say it, boy, I'm forgetting it right now. If you are new to Melissa's Crafting Treehouse or to visiting me for paper crafting here, welcome. I'm so glad you were here. I hope you enjoyed the project we did today. There will be a blog post for this project live on Saturday, and then I'll also be sharing this video on YouTube. So if you're watching on YouTube or on Facebook, either way, thank you so much for joining me. So I'm going to go ahead and turn the camera back around and do a little finishing up. Now, as I do it, I'm just going to show you, again, a little sneak peek of the projects. So I'll just point to them a little bit. So these are all variations of one of my club projects. This one was one I haven't showed at all. It's the scrappy strip technique. This one I did on on Instagram and on TikTok. You can watch that video there. And then, of course, I have a blog post for this one already. And this was my Simple Sweet Stampers tutorial bundle project. Isn't that cute? So if you get the tutorial bundle, a little sneak peek of what you will see in that. All right, let's turn the camera back around. See me? Oops, hand in the way. Hello, I'm back. So let's see if we can face that better. All right, so thank you so much for joining in. Just some quick reminders. Okay. All right. Okay, so again, thanks for joining in. In the description of this video, you'll find links to all the details about everything that I talked about, including a link to order if you're interested in ordering any of these products. And remember, you can order the Enjoy the Journey Designer Series paper as a free celebration item until the end of celebration, February 28th, or I guess while supplies last. I don't know if there's a limited quantity or not, but celebration items are while supplies last. So anything that you really want to have, must have, do it sooner rather than later. Let's see what else. You can also find me on my blog. Hopefully you check out my blog, my Pinterest, Instagram, YouTube. I'm on TikTok now, doing all kinds of things on social media. It's so fun. My 22-year-old daughter is helping me learn how to do reels on Instagram and TikTok videos. It's really quite fun, and she's very good at it. Let's see what else. And if you are watching on YouTube, please subscribe, and wherever you're watching, share, tag, follow, like, all those good things. I will be back again live in 2 weeks. So on March 2nd, remember you have until March 2nd to complete the survey. If you're not a newsletter subscriber yet, join us, be a newsletter subscriber. I only shared the video link there and in the description here in this video. There's only 2 places to find it. And again, if you do that, you get entered into a drawing for a free club class kit, PDF, and video. So let's see, am I forgetting anything else? Oh yeah, don't forget the starter kit. It's a great time to join. Become a Treehouse Chick. Join my Facebook, my private Facebook group, and get all the perks and benefits, plus the amazing cart starter kit deal. One of the starter kit deal options is you can get a free mini Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine, either a white one or a blue one, plus $175 worth of product for $129. Or if you don't want the mini machine, you can just spend $99 and get the $175 in product, just sort of straight up. So anyway, that is what I got for you today, and I hope to see you in a couple of weeks on my next Facebook Live in a couple of weeks. So we'll see you then. Happy crafting, everybody. Go create. Find your creative bliss. Bye, everyone. You're welcome, Laura Lee. So glad you joined in. So good to have you here.